In today's video, I'll be walking through with you one of my favorite solo instrument libraries. So this library is by Audio Imperia and it contains 13 solo instruments with up to 5 mic positions, and there are already 2 mixers here, the classic and the modern mix. At the first one, which is the solo violin, so there are 2 legatos for each instrument. One is for the reboard and the other one is for the slurred version, and you can control this either using velocity or you can assign it to a CC value, a controller. Let's have a listen to how the solo violin sounds like. Very expressive. So this entire library is 90 gigabyte. To put this into perspective, the Yamaha Genos keyboard, which costs $6,000, only has 1.8 gigabyte of user memory, whereas this is massive, 90 gigabyte. So you can see how detailed and expressive this is. Let's have a listen to the sustain notes now, the sustain sample. So here you can control the dynamics or expression. You can assign it to any controllers you have, either the modulation wheel, and over here you have 2 mixes already pre-mixed. You have the classic mix, which is more classical in nature. Let's have a listen to the staccato with the classic mix. You can also adjust the reverb to your liking. And all this applies to all the 13 instruments in here. So these are extremely high quality, professional level sound samples that you will need if you intend to do music professionally. Let's listen to the pizzicato strings now. So here you can move the slider between the closed mics, the mid mics, which are the mid position, which are using the outrigger mics, and then you've got the mics which are further away for a more spacious sound. Let's have a listen to the tremolo. Now let's listen to the half-tone trill and the whole-tone trill. If you want to do more in-depth tweaking, you can go to the Advanced tab, and there are a lot more stuff you can configure here. You can change the reverb environment. You can go more granular with the reverb settings, as well as do all the mixing to your heart's content. You can change the velocity curve according to the way you want to play it as well. So this is both a library which is suitable for playing, as well as if you want to program it into your DAW, this is very suitable as well. Now let's listen to the viola. Very expressive. I really love this library. It is actually one of my favorites. Let's listen to the sustain notes. The spiccato. Pizzicato. Tremolo. We've got the half-tone trill. The whole-tone trill. So you can check out the description below for a link to more information about this sample library. Now for the cellos. You can hear it's really detailed and really expressive. Sustained. The spiccato. pizzicato. The half-tone trill, the whole-tone trill. Now let's listen to the solo trumpet. Let's listen to the sustained. Staccatissimo. Now for the French horn. Sustained samples. Staccatissimo. The Descan horn. Let's listen to the sustained. Staccatissimo. Next, let's listen to the flutes, the solo flutes. Now for the sustain patch. Staccatissimo. Half-tone trill. Really detailed, very warm, very rich, very well sampled. Staccatissimo. Now let's move on to the oboe, one of my favorite orchestral instruments. Some sustained notes. Staccatissimo. Now for the English horn, the solo English horn. Next for the sustained voices. Staccatissimo. So you can hear really detailed, very high quality if you are programming any kind of serious professional music, you really need libraries like this, 90 gigabyte. That's why it's so detailed. Now for the bassoons. Now to the voices. There are two soprano voices. One is the angelic voices. You've got the legato R's syllable. You've got multiple different syllables. You've got the R. You can switch between the R and the O using the key switches on the left of your keyboard. Now for the sustained R's. And we have another operatic soprano voice. Let's listen to the legato R's. Legato U's. Sustained R's. Sustained U's. Alright, so these are not all. If you have a look at the other instruments, you've actually got sound design patches as well. So the ones that I just played are actually the multi-patches. So it has all the articulations built in. You can also access the individual articulations if you so wish to for your programming in your DAW. So you've got all the different samples of all the articulations here. Now let's look at the sound design. So the sound design, we have some pad sound. So this is a little bit different. You have your attack, release, you've got your cutoff, and then you can apply different effects as well. You got your reverb, delay, phaser, flanger. I'll let you have a listen later on. So these are processed sound, Cielo, most likely from the cello sound. I have no idea. So you can put some distortion into it if you want to, put some drive to it. If you want, you can put some phaser into it as well. So there are quite a number of them. I won't play through everything, just let you have a listen. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. This is one of my favorite solo instrument libraries, and you can get it from the link in the description. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.